Alright, we're back with more Kerbal Space Program. This is the Occasional Gamer. How have you been doing? That's good. Alright. I feel like I'm on Dora or something. I don't know. We're going to deorbit this guy. This is literally right after I finished recording the second episode. Might as well just do it all in one take, right? Or not one take, but one day. One sitting. So if I look at the resources, we can see we have plenty of fuel. We still have 2 stages left. We could definitely go to the moon and back with this, considering how we still have half, or a little more than half of this guy left. But we don't have the proper tools to get him off of the moon. I'd have to make a lander, land it on the moon, and pick him up. And yeah. So we may do that someday, strand someone there and make a rescue mission. But for now, we will just deorbit this guy, and I'll explain more about the game. So I'm actually perfectly, well not perfectly, but almost perfectly set up to show you how to deorbit. So, to deorbit, you need to burn on the retrograde marker, which is conveniently this little marker right here. So I'm going to go into map view and show you what that does. If I burn retrograde right at the apoapsis right now, the periapsis would decrease and get pulled back into the atmosphere. So, with that in mind, I'm going to do a burn here, and you'll see what I mean. You can see the periapsis is decreasing, and I can just stop it at about 20 or 16 because it's so low, the Earth's atmosphere will cause us to aerobrake, and we will end up losing all our momentum and falling back into Kerbin. That's why you need to stay above 70,000 meters, because then the atmosphere starts taking effect, and you're screwed. So, there's all of that. Now we're on a perfect trajectory to actually land the craft. So we are going to pull in our solar panels. We have plenty of electricity for the next part of our journey. Alright. And with that said and done, we will now... I could separate the stage, but... yeah, I'll separate it, and then I'll just terminate it later using the map. So we'll go ahead and ditch that stage. Now we are much more maneuverable than we were before. This big hunk of metal is stupid. So... now... I thought I changed this, didn't I? I changed that to a nuclear engine. Maybe I didn't save it. I swear I... oh. I'll just change it after. Anyway. So now we are currently orbiting... let me see. Okay, that way. That's what I thought. But we are turned around in this view. There. That's north. Okay. So, eventually we'll get over there, so we're going to warp. And it should slow us down when we reach Kerbin's atmosphere. Yes, right there. Speed it up. Alright. So, you can see we are now in Kerbin's atmosphere, and we will eventually start to take on the effects of Kerbin's atmospheric pressure and drag. So we're going to burn retrograde again just to slow ourselves down a little bit, because we are going 2,000 meters a second, which, you know, can... so now you can see we are in a suborbital trajectory. We will not be, you know, I guess we will not be using the atmosphere to brake anymore and fall in. We just made our thing to land there. So we will ditch that, and we will ditch this as well. So now we are just this tiny little rocket. And we can spin in circles and dizzy Jebediah. Alright. Now, if I warp a little bit quicker here, we'll fall into the Earth's atmosphere. We already are in the Earth's atmosphere. We'll fall into the heavier portion of the atmosphere, around 30,000 meters, which is where we will experience the the famous glowing red capsule coming up right about here. So we're gonna keep speeding up until we get it, and then we're gonna watch the whole thing. The pretty little lights. So I can actually, my mouse went on the other monitor there, go in and look up, and you can see the glare. It's actually very cool. Now, in theory, this would actually be killing me, but in Kerbal Space Program, there's not yet anything with heat-wise that will affect your craft. But we would probably be doing this, and like that. That's how we would actually be going back in, because of the heat and whatnot. Yeah. So now we're at 15,000 meters. We are very low. There is our debris from way, way before. Hopefully it falls and blows up like this will. Anyway, now we can actually turn off SAS because it's not really that important. And now our craft is just gonna go with retrograde, the way gravity's telling it to fall. And you can see we're slowing down due to air resistance and, of course, terminal velocity. Now, all I have to do is around 5,000 meters, because we can wait till 3,000, because we're already slowing down. We'll do that. We'll do it right now. I can deploy my parachute, which will increase our drag, and we'll slow down even faster. And then about 500 meters up, it will deploy. So we just wait for that to happen, and then I'll speed it up. This episode is going to be much shorter, and yeah, that's basically it. So it's just going to be much shorter, because deorbiting is not that spectacular. There it goes. Alright, now you can see we have slowed down much slower, and we'll wait till we get to about 50 meters off of the water. We're at exact 0, so it'll be good. We'll know exactly when we're about to hit, and we'll stop it right there. Alright, and Jebediah is now Jebediah. There we go. Oh. There's the ocean. Alright. We will recover the vessel, and we'll go back to the tracking station, and here we can just terminate all the debris that we left over. Oh, it seems like all the other debris did explode. That's good. We'll just recover all of this debris. And with all of that, we're now all set to go for our next mission. And our next mission will be to... I did say I was going to do career mode. I guess our next mission will... I'm going to wait until 0.23 for career mode, version 0.23. When that comes out, I will start career mode. In the meantime, I will be doing other filler things, mostly involving the moon, because that's the easiest and closest to get to, and probably the most entertaining, and the least editing, because well, I mean, if I went to other planets, I'd have to cut out like enormous portions of time. And it is also the least time consuming. There's also that. Anyway, we will probably be putting a rover on the moon next episode, which would be really cool. I will work on designing the rocket and rover and then explain the whole thing to you at the beginning. And then I will record going to the moon, setting up our trajectory, because that is what I did in the previous episode that I'm not going to upload now, because this tutorial episode is much more helpful, I feel, in the last episode, which was basically me cutting around and editing in my explosions. Yeah. So, next episode, rover, moon, gonna be cool. This has been The Occasional Gamer. If you liked it, I think I said it earlier when I said it, I think the episode's about to end, but it didn't end. So if you stopped watching, that sucks. If you like the video, rate it. Dislikes, hopefully there's no dislikes. But you're your own person. Comment, do all that stuff. Subscribe if you want to for more, whatever. I'm The Occasional Gamer. I'll see you next time.